back in value creation, we talked about why you shouldn't really worry about competitors that much. Because they prove you have a market, and it's actually good to have someone to compete against because it keeps you focused on continually improving your offer. This is a concept called barriers to competition. Okay. So we're talking about what makes it harder for your competitors to compete with you. Okay. And the wonderful way I like to think about this is you can't, if you focus on out competing your competitors, you will actually be less competitive.
Right.
Because if you're focused on what they're doing, you're responding.
Right.
Okay. They're leading. You're basically just reacting to whatever it is that they do.
Right.
That's not the best way to go if you want your company to be competitive over a long period of time.
Makes sense.
Far better to semi-ignore what they're doing. Let them focus on something else. And focus on what are the ways that you can either create more value or deliver value better.
Got it.
Okay. And the more things like that you install into your business system, those actually become barriers to people rising up and competing against you.
I can totally see that.
Because they have, you're essentially
then
ahead
you're
of them.
You're going to be the best in that thing.
Yes. You're ahead of them building all of these things, the benefits, the systems, all of these things that help you create and deliver value. They'll have to catch up with that.
Okay.
Good example. There is an artist and someone we know. He has a website called Gaping Void. His name is Hugh McLeod, and he semi-business type of blogger, but mostly a cartoonist and an artist, and he does all sorts of crazy things. And somebody, I remember vividly him writing. Someone once asked him, he's like, "Aren't you afraid of someone else, starting to do the business-ish wry cartoons thing that you're doing?" He's like, "No, because they have about 10 years worth of catching up to do on the amount of work that I've done and the reputation that I've built and all of these things. Like every cartoon that he draws makes it harder for other people to do what he's doing." So the more things that you can do, the more of a body of work and benefits and systems that you can build up, the harder it is for anyone to do exactly what you're doing.
Nice.
And the harder it is for someone to do exactly what you're doing, the harder it is for them to compete with you and win. They can try, but they'll lose. It's a barrier to competition.